People always say she has it together, but her mind is already 3 steps ahead before the day even starts. Before she even walks in, she has already read the room and picked the safest place to stand. If this video speaks to you, please like, share, and subscribe for more healing reminders. People call it neat and organized, but really, it is the only way she knows how to feel steady. She watches people relax so easily and wonders what it would feel like to do that too. They call her strategic, smart, always prepared, but no one asks why she learned to be that way. A simple yes or no turns into a pros and cons list before she even sends the message. She has already prepared 3 versions of what she might say, just in case one of them is wrong. Even a short walk needs a backup plan, an umbrella, a route, and a reason ready if asked. She is never just waiting for the bus, she is watching, reading, and quietly staying ready. Before she even knocks, she has already rehearsed the whole conversation twice in her head. She never sits in the middle of the room, only near the door, just in case she needs to leave. Even while talking and laughing with someone, part of her mind is quietly mapping the way out. If her whole week is planned perfectly, she tells herself, nothing can catch her off guard. Even ordering coffee becomes a small decision she has to get exactly right. At night, when everything is quiet, her mind is still checking, replaying, and preparing for tomorrow. Somewhere back in her childhood, she learned that being unprepared could mean getting hurt. Before she could read a book, she had already learned to read a room and its mood. She learned early that staying quiet and staying ready could keep a stressful moment from getting worse. When things around her felt unpredictable, staying calm and ready became the only thing she could control. Thinking several steps ahead was never really a game for her, it was how she stayed safe. Being fully prepared felt like the one thing she could control when everything else felt uncertain. She never liked surprises, because somewhere along the way, surprises had once meant something going wrong. She learned to read tension in a room long before she learned to talk about her own feelings. She learned to wait at the edge of things until she was sure it was safe to step in. Somewhere inside her, a quiet voice still says, always have a backup, just in case. That little girl who learned to stay ready never really got the chance to just rest. Being strategic was never really about being smart, it was about learning how to stay safe. Like a small boat constantly adjusting its balance, she learned to steady herself long before anyone noticed. For the first time, she looks at herself and sees someone who was doing her best to stay safe. Understanding where it came from does not erase it, but it makes it a little easier to carry. Even a simple last-minute plan makes her pause, because nothing about it feels fully checked yet. People have to earn her trust in small steady steps, because letting someone in too fast never felt safe. She is always the last to leave, not because she has to, but because stopping never feels finished. Sleep does not come easily when her mind refuses to stop preparing for what tomorrow might bring. She has gotten so good at holding everything together that she forgot to notice how tired she is. Even in a room full of people who care about her, part of her never fully switches off. On the rare day she has no plan at all, she feels strangely exposed, like something might go wrong. She can plan everyone else's day perfectly, but somehow never quite knows what she wants for her own. She watches other people move through life so freely and wonders why it never feels that simple for her. People keep telling her how impressive she is, but they never see how tired staying impressive really is. For one small second, she lets her shoulders drop, before catching herself and straightening up again. An unplanned turn on an ordinary drive is enough to make her chest tighten, just for a second. She wants to understand this feeling, but she does not even have the right words for it yet. For the first time, a stranger's words feel less like a stranger's story and more like her own. Today, for the first time in a while, she decides not to open the planner right away. She writes it down simply, I planned so much because it once helped me feel safe. She lets the tea take longer than it needs to, just to practice not rushing through a moment. For 10 quiet minutes, she does nothing on purpose, and nothing bad happens at all. She says yes to a plan with no exact time, and the world does not fall apart. She tells her reflection quietly, you kept yourself safe, and now you are allowed to rest too. She lets one small decision stay open, trusting that she can handle it even without a plan. The same rain that once felt unsettling now just feels like rain, quiet and simple. Her list today is not about tasks, it is about everything she has already survived. She walks without a destination in mind, and for once, that feels like enough. Tonight, for the first time in a long time, her mind lets the day simply end. She wakes up slowly, and for the first time, the day does not need a plan to begin. She looks out at the world the same way it looks at her, calmly, without needing to prepare for it. She smiles, realizing she has not thought about tomorrow in almost 10 whole minutes. She writes one last line, "I do not need a plan to be safe, I just need to be me." She is not broken, and she was never too much, she was only ever trying to stay safe.